Hey everyone, I have no idea if this is recording. Okay, looks like it's recording. This is my first live on YouTube. I have no idea how it works. Hopefully, hopefully it's recording. All right. So hey everyone, thank you for being here. I hope you all are doing well. This is the new moon reading. New moon is happening today in the sign of Taurus. So instead of doing separate videos for all signs, I was like, okay, let me just do one live and include all the readings in one video, right? Because I'm also doing weekly videos and monthly videos. So hopefully, you know, it's recording and it's gonna be okay. All right. So new moon is happening today in the sign of Taurus, and Taurus is an earth sign. And Taurus represents stability, security, our worldly life, and our wants, our desires, our needs, things like that. So, and it also has to do with, stability. So, what does stability mean for us? That is one area that some of us would be focusing on. Um, so, Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus represents beauty, abundance, luxury, comfort. So, yeah, and Taurus being an earth sign, it totally makes sense. This is also a time when we can go inward, make some time for us to balance our energies and reflect on our wants, our needs, what we want to. New moons are all about new beginnings. So it's also a great time to set new intentions, and um, the clarity may not be there. We won't know how to move forward and what to do, and when it comes to information and things like that. So clarity may not be there, but in a couple of days before the new moon and after the new moon, things may feel a little bit uncertain and unclear, but that's okay. We can use this time to be clear about what we want, and then when the energy clears, when the energy settles down, we can find a way to then move forward with whatever it is that we want to do. So great time for intention setting and get clarity on our goals, our dreams, our desires, things like that. And also a great time to focus on our energy, balance, ground our energy, center ourselves, because there are certain things happening in the sky, and with Mars and Pluto, the square, they are opposite to each other, and this is tension, stress, so it's about, sometimes, when we think about it, circumstances are not the problem. The problem is our resistance to look within. We can blame, complain, blame destiny, whatever, we can do all of that, but if we really want to find solutions, we have to look within. We have to change our approach on how we are facing those situations, how we are handling stressful situations. So it's also about learning new skills, and adjusting our own way of doing things like that. So that's where growth lies. um, so that's one area we all can, that's something that we all can reflect on and figure out a way to make some adjustments when it comes to, you know, our response to these stressful situations, right? All right, now let's see what's coming through for you. Let's start with Aries. Aries, again, thank you for being here. This is my first live. So let's hopefully everything will go smoothly. So let's see, this is your new moon reading. Let's see what's coming through for your sign. You can use this for your sun, moon and rising sign, okay? All right, so Aries, your cards are Five of Swords. Conflicts is what this energy is. This is exactly what I was talking about right now. So the energy of conflict, it has to do with what's happening in the sky, Mars, Pluto square happening in the sky, and a learning opportunity. If we want to look at it that way, and look within on, like, how we are handling stressful situations, what's the right response, how we want to approach those situations is absolutely in our hands. So something to reflect on, but I will come back to that card. Your second card is Magician. Yes, the power is within you. You know what to do. And then balance, that this is exactly what I was talking about. This new moon is a great time to focus on our own energy, balance our energies, and so we can handle what's coming our way in a smooth, calm and effective way, and that's exactly what this is. Star also has to do with balance. So this is beautiful energies coming through for you. um, yes, Five of Swords is here, and the card here says conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself. Very ambitious people. Okay, whoever you are dealing with, Aries, they are very ambitious. They have their own opinions about things. They have their own ideas about things. So it's all about finding the right balance, finding that middle ground where everybody can come together, work together, agree. And so again, this could mean adjusting. It could mean letting go of some of our own ideas about things. And this could also mean listening to others' perspectives, and finding that middle ground, finding the right balance is important. And you have the balance card here. The message is blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. So this is the Temperance card. This is like, so with this, it feels like, yes, you are coming across some conflicts, some, disagreements is what I want to say. However, you are remaining patient. You are not getting carried away in this energy. Instead, this is you um, remaining flexible. You are also listening to what others have to say, and exchanging ideas, and you are coming up with something new, you know something that everybody can agree on, and find that space where everybody can work together. So that's beautiful, right? It goes together. Both these cards goes together. And then you have Magician. Magician is in the center of the reading. So Magician's energy is all about staying in your power, okay? And knowing that whatever the situation is, you can actually turn this around, so you know what to do. This is about believing in yourself, being confident, being brave. When we are with others, it could be personal life, it could be it could be community work, it could be that you are organizing something, it could be family get together, or working on a project together, something like that. The card is reminding you we don't have to lose ourselves in the mix. Instead, it's all about sharing our perspectives, our ideas about things, and then also encouraging others to open up and share their perspectives, right? And then using everybody's ideas and coming up with something new. So this is about collaboration, and the card is reminding you, yes, you know what to do. Believe in yourself, have confidence, be brave. And with the Magician, it also feels like you are um, being clear about what you want. This is, you are not letting yourself be pulled in different directions. Instead, you are staying on your path. You know what to do, how to get this done, and then moving forward with whatever this is. So magician, the message is, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be is, what you need to be a success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. Yes. So if there is something you want to begin, new moons are all about new beginnings. So this is a number 1 card, which is about, again, beginnings. Looks like some of you guys are in a new environment. It could be a work related project, or it could be travel for some of you, or like a new project, something like that. So whatever this is, um, you are being observant, you are remaining flexible, and this is a perfect time to begin something new. If you believe it, then you can do it. And here on the back of the deck, you also have the star card. And the message is, have faith, the future is bright, dreams come true, positive changes that bring an end to challenging times, the light at the end of the tunnel. There you go. So it feels like maybe there are certain things you are letting go of, and you are beginning something new. So, and this is also a great time for cleansing, purification. It could be emotions that, sometimes we unknowingly hold on to, emotions like frustrations, stress, things like that. Or it could be something in our, something to do with our relationship, something to do with our career, or habits and patterns. So a great time to sit down and reflect on these things, and release whatever it is that is not helpful for us anymore, and move forward and create new experiences. So beautiful. And let me actually also pull out a message from the oracle cards for you. Spirit, please give us a message for Aries. Aries, your message is quiet time, and that's totally goes with the star card. Like I told you, this is it's important you make some time for you, spend some time in solitude, reflecting on things, contemplating on things before you move forward. Okay, so that way you will be very clear about what you want and how you want to move forward. So the message is, take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Perfect. So it is, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Sending you all new moon blessings. Please take good care of yourself, and also remember to watch the moon and the rising sign. Okay. All right, moving on. Moving on to Taurus. Hello Taurus, this new moon is happening in your sign. Let's see what's coming through for you. Sorry, without glasses, I cannot see. I have no idea who is here. Thank you so much for being here. Timestamps are in the description box below. You can jump straight to your reading, okay? All right, Taurus, your cards are 8 of Wands. Okay, communication, conversations. It could also be travel. Maybe you are going somewhere. And 7 of Cups looks like, different kinds of things you are coming across. It could be dreams. Maybe you are daydreaming, traveling in your dreams. Or it could also be you making some plans. and King of Cups. Okay, something to do with a water sign here. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then you have Queen of Wands as well. Yes, Queen of Wands. Okay, this could be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be that these signs are in your chart, or it could be that this is, yeah, it could be someone you are dealing with. But looks like I am getting this feeling that this is your energy. Looks like you are planning something, and that's Queen of Wands. Okay, Eight of Wands here is you know, there are a lot of things coming at you. Look at this. You also have Seven of Cups. It could be imaginations, you dreaming, or it could be invitations. Maybe there's a party coming up and somebody is, expect invitations, or it could be that someone is visiting you. It could also be friendships. Maybe you are meeting someone, or it could be that you are collaborating with someone. Okay. And looks like, something to do with emotions as well. Looks like the mind is all over the place now. This is scattered energy. If there is something happening, new moons are all about, certain things are not as they seem, Taurus. Okay, avoid making any assumptions. This is like, we see things, um, everything has to do with our own perceptions, right? We sometimes, in order for us to find out what the truth is, we have to be willing to rise above and look at the bigger picture, look at that situation from all the angles. Okay, so before you make any decisions, before you make any important decisions or respond, or do anything, just remember, just know whether what you are coming across, how you are perceiving and understanding situation, if it's correct, okay, if it's accurate. If not, it's about, making, if it's about giving it some space, some time, and that will help you settle your own energies, balance your energies. And when you come from that place of balance, then you will be able to gain a different understanding, is what I want to say. Okay. So now, maybe it's not a good time to make decisions or respond, or even, think about these things. Okay, if there is something, because this new moon is also forming a square aspect with Mars and Pluto, and this is tension, this is stress. So what's happening in the sky is also affecting us. So, but know that this is just a temporary situation. We don't want to react, we don't want to do anything and make more damages, right? So use this time to take a step back and reflect on things. Maybe think about doing something that you love doing, something that you enjoy doing. Let this situation be there. Okay, and then when you are feeling balanced and grounded, then you can approach that situation. And maybe that when you do that, maybe when you give it some space and time, maybe you will realize that it's not that important. Maybe you were just wasting your energy thinking about those things. So things like that. When it comes to important contracts, agreements, looks like it's all over the place now. Yes, you are coming across, lots of options and offers, proposals, things like that. So maybe, before making any decisions, just sit with whatever this is and consider your options before moving forward. Okay. So, and that's what you are doing, sitting with whatever you are coming across, self-control. Okay, so let me read this out to you. So the message is too much going on, stress caused by many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, the ability to multitask, business travel. Yes, looks like, these changes could be positive as well. It could be that you have to now travel. It could be vacation. It could be, business travel. And this could be eustress. Okay, meaning, when there are several things happening at the same time, positive changes, then, that is also stress, but it's stress caused by positive changes. So that's nice if that is the case. Seven of Cups. Make a choice. Stop procrastinating or over analyzing. Get clarity on what you desire and move forward. Too many options, addictions. And then you have King of Cups. Trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious, someone you can completely trust. A situation that is safe. A solid romantic relationship. Hidden but well-intentioned emotions. A charitable benefactor. Seeing a counselor. Okay. So yeah, this could be you approaching someone, someone you are meeting. Okay, it could be therapy, counseling, or it could also be a friend. Maybe you are, discussing things, talking to them about something, and that will help you come up with some new ideas and perspectives. And with this, again, it feels like with both these energies, it feels like, things are all over the place. These are the things that you want to, this is what you want to do, what you want to achieve, accomplish, your goals, your dreams, what you have to do. So the plate is full. Okay, so it's important to sit down and really find that clarity. What do you want, and where do you want to put your energy? So that's important before you move forward. And then you also have Queen of Wands. This Queen card, King and Queen, okay, something to do with relationships here. On the other hand, this is also, it could be you starting a new business, in like a creative project or something. It may have something to do with exercise, or you focusing on your health. Again, party invitations, maybe you are hosting a party, meeting a friend, things like that. So brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. There is nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. Okay, dreams are coming true. So whatever it is that you are focusing on, it's manifesting. So you have Queen of Wands here, and then you have Eight of Wands, which is also a card of manifestation, and then Seven of Cups. So it looks like you are attracting what you want. So what is it that you want, Taurus? So that is something you want to check with yourself, okay? Because whatever it is that you are focusing on, it's coming at you, whether you want it or not. So it's important to understand how you are spending your time, your energy. Do you really want this to manifest as your reality? If not, pull the attention back and put it towards something that you really want to experience, okay? So brilliant. And now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Spirit, please give us message for Taurus. What do they need to know? They need to be aware of Taurus. Taurus, your message is for this moon cycle: undying love. All right, so Taurus, those who are looking for love, this could also be meeting someone. Queen of Wands, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Okay, so on the other hand, this could also be existing relationships. It could be that you are having a conversation and it's looks like yeah, a lot of like back and forth, but be clear about what you want, because you don't want to lose yourself in the mix. So it's important before you go into that conversation, just make sure what you want. Okay, this message is the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Okay, maybe there is some misunderstandings, something going on there, but what I want you to know that underneath there is love. Regardless of how things appear on the surface, maybe there are like misunderstandings, maybe there are some disagreements, but underneath there is love. Okay, maybe a learning opportunity, maybe if this is a challenging situation, maybe it's asking you to look within for answers. or it could be, you know, releasing what's no longer is helpful. It could be patterns and things like that, or it could be, you know, being your own person, asking for what you want, having those difficult conversations, things like that, you know. On the other hand, it could also be, you know, if you are meeting someone new, then this is a good uh, yeah, someone you can someone who is trustworthy. But you know what I want to say is, it's important to have, you know, have that clear, honest, transparent conversations before making any commitments, you know. So we know like what the priorities are, things like that, before moving forward. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well, okay? Sending you all new moon blessings. Please take care. All right, moving on to Geminis. Hi, Geminis. This is your new moon reading. Let's see what's coming through for you, Geminis. Geminis, your cards are Six of Cups, Page of Wands, and Knight of Cups. All right. And then King of Wands is on the back of the deck. Geminis, for some reason, you always get King of Wands with me. King of Wands. All right. So, Six of Cups. It could be that you are, what I'm seeing is siblings, friendships, romantic love for some of you guys. It could be that you are connecting with someone here. And those who are not looking for romantic love, it could also be your you know, your friendships, your, you know, your children. Maybe you guys are doing something together. It could also, it also feels like maybe some of you guys are apologizing, or someone is apologizing. So let's see. Okay, Six of Cups. Children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past, romanticizing how things used to be. Okay, memories. You might be, maybe you are coming across some, you know, childhood memories, parents, or, you know, childhood friendships, things like that. On the and maybe you will find yourself reaching out to whoever this person is, you know. It could be your siblings, friendships, parents, things like that. So you are connecting with them, communicating with them. On the other hand, it feels like maybe you are taking up something you used to love. It could be a hobby, okay, because you have Page of Wands here. This is about Page of Wands and then Knight of Youth, very youthful energy here, Gemini. So it could be the people you are surrounded with. It could be your own energy. Maybe you are feeling more refreshed and ready to move forward with something here. It could be that you are taking up a creative project, something that you are very excited about, you know, learning. And you are coming from a place of trust, faith, confidence. Lovely. You also have King of Wands here, a card of leadership. So it's like you are taking initiatives. Whatever it is that you want to do, you are taking initiative. It could be learning. It could be reaching out to someone. So picking up that phone and calling someone. Or it could be, yeah, thinking about, you know, thinking about your, you know, memories, thinking about your past experiences, things like that. So dreams, what is it that dreams, goals, what you want to do. So So be aware of those recurring thoughts. Looks like, you are coming across some, so you will suddenly feel like, energetic and inspired to move forward with a project. Um, Something that you want to learn and you're very excited about it. It's like, it could be again a hobby for some of you guys. It could be starting a new business. King of Wands is here. Or it could be collaborating with someone, or you feeling a sense of excitement, uh, it could be the general energy. That's wonderful. And Page of Wands, yes, let me, is you making some noise. Gemini, you are making some noise here. So this is like a fresh beginning, a fresh start. Something to do with your relationships, or it could be that you are taking up something that's very exciting, something to look forward to. Okay, so Page of Wands is enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, impatient, news of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar, do things that fuel your passions, finish what you start. And then you have Knight of Cups as well. Romantic, flirtatious, introspective, fickle, falling in love. Fickle-minded, maybe. Falling in love, being swept off your feet. A sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. A love of art and poetry. Yes, so maybe that is what some of you guys are coming across. Something that you used to love, a hobby, a project, and you are now reviving it. You want to learn more about it, and you are moving forward. And it could be that you are signing up for a course, or yeah, you are learning about it. So that's nice. On the other hand, this is also, if you are looking for love, then this is someone you are meeting. And very, it could be either you or it could be them. Someone here is very, how do I say this, they know how to express their thoughts, their feelings. They don't shy away from expressing themselves. So whatever it is that they are thinking about, it's they are also, letting you know. So they are taking some initiative. It could be either you, it could be somebody else. They are taking initiative, and so expect phone calls, messages, some communication is happening. On the other hand, Geminis, this is also about being confident, being optimistic, and trusting yourself, and trusting your dreams. So whatever it is that you want to do, you got this, So with this energy, it feels like with these, the cards here, energy is very favorable if there is something you want to begin. Okay, and looks like that's exactly what you are doing. Look at this card, moving forward with it. Okay, let me see what. And then King of Wands is also here. Motivational, inspiring, theatrical, ambitious. Take a leadership role. Step into the spotlight. Public speaking. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Communicate your vision. Don't be sensitive to criticism. Yes, if you come across any judgments or something like that, you are brushing it aside because you don't have time for it. But you know what? On the other hand, this is also about just knowing whether you can use that information to make improvements. If not, then you are like, pushing them aside, and you are not worrying about anything, but you are moving forward with what your dreams, what you are following your inspiration, you are following your heart. All right, Spirit, please give us a message for Geminis. What they need to know, what they need to be aware of. Geminis, very youthful energy. So this is, it could be, you are taking initiative, you are taking action. Leap of faith. There you go. That totally goes with the Knight of Cups. So this is about taking a leap of faith. Trusting yourself, trusting in your own vision, whatever it is that you want to do, following your heart, following your inspiration, your dreams. Amazing, Geminis. So the message is take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So that's exactly what you are doing. You are taking action. Amazing, very powerful. So let me know in the comments what this means for you. All right, Geminis, thank you for being here. Do remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And sending you all new moon blessings. Take care, okay? And I will see you in the next reading. All right, moving forward. Cancers, hi. This is your new moon reading. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and your rising sign. Cancer. What's coming through for Cancer for this new moon? So this is for this moon cycle, starting this new moon till the next full moon, which is going to be, I think, 12th of May. So the next couple of weeks. New moon is happening today, as you know. It's in the sign of Taurus. Okay. King of Cups. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Okay, there are communication, lot of communication, and Magician. Okay, so Magician's energy is reminding you, Cancer, you got this. Whatever it is that you are doing when it comes to your goals, your dreams, situations that you are coming across, this is manifestations. So what is it that you are manifesting? That is something to be mindful of, because whatever it is that you are focusing on, you are making it your reality. Is this really something you want to experience or not, is something that you want to be aware of? Because if this is not something you want, you can take the focus back and put it towards something that you really want to experience. On the other hand, with the Magician, it feels like you are now focusing on all areas of your life, or it could be something specific that you want to achieve and accomplish in your life. Very goal-oriented, very action-oriented card. And this also has to do with you being confident, brave, taking some risk, and single-mindedly focusing on something. That's amazing. And it also feels like with this energy, it feels like you are trusting yourself and you are confident. But their support is also there. The resource is also there. Or it could also be that you are being more resourceful. You are finding a way to make this happen, whatever this is for you. So it could be that you are doing your research, you are connecting with the right people, and you are making an effort, you are doing the work and creating magic. So that's lovely energy. And then you have King of Cups, you have 10 of Wands, and then 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands is also a card of manifestation, okay? King of Cups here could be either your energy, because you are Cancer, a water sign, or it could be someone you are dealing with. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Looks like there is some confusion, not confusion, sorry. Maybe confusion, I don't know why I said that word. What I'm seeing is communication. Maybe, either you are connecting with someone here. 10 of Wands here has to do with, attachments, things that are close to your heart. And it may feel like, that you are carrying the weight of the world. It could be because of your own attachments, Cancer, okay? Yours is, your sign is all about home, family, emotions, feelings, things like that. So something to do with people you love, and maybe there is something happening there that is kind of making you feel a little bit burdensome. I don't know. So it may have something to do with communication. Home, family is what I'm seeing. But you are in control of yourself. But the thing is, Cancer, it looks like you are not sharing it. You are not talking about it. and you are holding things to yourself, you know, keeping things to yourself, and that's not going to help. Okay, so openly communicating how you are feeling about things is important. So maybe that will help you see the situation from a totally different perspective. Okay, and it also has to do with things that you are working on. It feels like, you know, your head is down and you are juggling and you have a lot of things that are important, and because you are just busy juggling, you are not looking at, you know, other ways of doing things. Maybe there is a better way to handle this. um, so again, it's important to know like what's going on, so you can then find a better way to handle this situation. Okay, that's what I'm getting with 10 of wands. But it could be that, you know, this is what it is, you know. Sometimes when we pause and just take a look at, you know, what's happening, then maybe we will find a different approach, a different idea on how to handle things. Sometimes it is what it is, there is nothing we can do but to you know, go find a way to create some kind of balance. Maybe that's going to help. Okay, in creating a balance. And so how you are, what you are thinking, your thoughts, your feelings are also important here. Magician is here. Okay, so that means um, 10 of wands, if this is how you are feeling, like a little bit stressful, know if it has something to do with your thoughts, how you are seeing things, how you are understanding things. And sometimes it is our circumstances, there is nothing we can do, but there is, we can, we have a choice, right? We can choose to come from a different place of understanding, respond to it differently, and you know, prioritize, know what's more important. So balancing your own energies is important here, so you can handle this beautifully. Okay, so taking care of yourself with King of Cups and 10 of wands, taking care of yourself is important, Cancer, so you can handle whatever comes your way. Okay, communication is also happening. Okay, let me read this out to you. Magician is, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be success will manifest. If you believe it, you can do it. It could be anything. It could be a work related project. It could be something to do with your personal life. It could be your health, you know, your dreams, things like that. If you, so it's all about being clear in our mind about what we want, and then taking initiatives, taking action. And our words, our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, our choices are important in order to manifest what we want, you know. So everything has to align. You know, if we want something but we are acting in a different way, if we are going in the opposite direction, we will never be able to get what we want, right? So we have to focus on, be clear about what we want, and then move in that direction, meaning our actions, our words, our choices, how we spend our time, our energy, our, you know, how we see ourselves, you know, confidence and a belief in ourselves. That is important for us to you know, achieve and accomplish whatever it is that we want to experience in our life. So that energy is available for you, Cancer. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, and looks like maybe that is exactly what you are doing, but I'm saying this, reminding you, because you have 10 of wands as well. Okay, but number 10 has to do with completion, and looks like with 8 of wands here, this could be new beginnings, a new approach, and it could also be travel coming through for some of you guys. Yes, 10 of wands and 8 of wands, it could be travel, but looks like you are carrying a heavy baggage. So just know, do you want to travel light? You, yeah, Carrying a heavy baggage is what I'm seeing. So if you are beginning something new, Cancer, it could be a relationship, it could be a new job. Just remember not to carry all those expectations and assumptions and past baggages and things like that. Instead, it's important to clean up the slate and expect only the best. Okay, because new moons are all about new beginnings. Maybe there is a change happening for you, and you want to move into it without any preconceived notions. Okay, let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Spirit, please give us a message for Cancer. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Cancer, your message is past life. Oh my goodness. That is moon's energy. Past life is moon's energy. It's very interesting this card showed up, Cancer, because your sign is ruled by moon, and this new moon is happening today actually, and you might feel a little bit sensitive and emotional, so just be aware of that. Okay, and when that happens, it's important we stay more calm, stay centered, focus on your own energies, what makes you feel settled, calm, joyful, peaceful. Could be like turn on the music, try a new recipe, things like that. So something simple pleasures, simple things that brings us a sense of joy, that also help us balance our energies, and when our energies are balanced, we can move mountains, whatever comes our way, we can handle it beautifully. So the message is this situation involves your past life memories. So when it says past life memories, it could also be something to do with a past situation, could be childhood memories, something to do with parents, siblings, or a situation that you had to deal with in the past. So things like that. So maybe is it time to respond to it differently? Sometimes, our circumstances are not the problems, uh, we can blame and complain about things as much as possible, like but that's not going to solve any problems. Sometimes there comes a time when we have to pause and ask ourselves what the heck is going on, and that's when we can make some changes, genuine lasting changes. So like I said, circumstances are not the problems. Problem is our resistance to look within. What is causing this? What is the root cause? So it could be a learning opportunity. It could be teaching you to approach the situation differently. It could be teaching you to learn new skills to handle stressful situations. Or it could be accepting things as they are without having to fix or change anything. Or it could be detachment, something, releasing what we don't have control over. So when we reflect on these things, then we will come from a different understanding, and we will be able to resolve matters and come back to ourselves, and not get carried away and stay in our power and things like that. So you are riding the wave, but know how things are making you feel. It's important, okay? All right, Cancers, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Take good care of yourself and remember to watch the moon and the rising sign. Thank you. All right, moving on to Leos. Hi Leos, this is your new moon reading. Let's see what's coming through for Leos. Leos. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm so extremely sorry. Without glasses, I cannot see like who is here, what you guys are talking about, but thanks for being here. This is my first live. So if I am making any mistakes, I am so extremely sorry. Let me know in the comments, okay? All right, Leos, your cards are Eight of Swords. All right. Something to do with your eyes. I was just talking about my own eyes. Looks like, it could be that, yeah, something to do with your eyes. It could be headaches, migraine, or Seven of Swords. Wow, Leos, what's going on? Ah, amazing. Two of Cups. All well that ends well, right? And then you have Wise Counselor. So that is Hierophant card. Okay. So with the Hierophant, it feels like this has to do with your spirituality. Okay. It could be that you are going back to tradition, maybe you are finding some value there, and you are trying trying things in a different way. Something to do with your personal life. It could be your health, it could be your relationships. This is commitment, dedication. Okay, so going back to traditional way of doing things, maybe it could be medicines, alternative medicines. If there is something you are coming across with Eight of Swords, it could be like I said, headaches, migraines, something to do with your eyes and things like that. So traditional, alternative medicines, or it could be someone you are approaching, like a medical practitioner, therapist, counselor. It could also be a friend you are approaching for perspectives. And yes, so yeah, when it comes to relationships, looks like it could be that if you are looking for love, then this is you meeting someone. Okay, because here what I'm seeing is commitment. It could be that you are moving in together, you are taking it to the next level. Two of Cups, so that reciprocity is there in existing relation. However, you also have Seven of Swords. Okay, with Seven of Swords and Eight of Swords, it looks like there are certain things you are not seeing, Leo. I don't want to scare you guys. With this, it feels like either you are afraid, you don't know like how to proceed, how to move forward. So something is holding you back. And here Seven of Swords, it feels like it could be someone is hiding something. It could be either your energy, Leo, it could be someone else. Okay, hidden information is what I'm seeing, and the other person is not aware, or they are they don't want to do it. Even if they are aware, they are not doing anything about it. Things like that. But this here with Two of Cups, it feels like you guys are having a heart to heart conversation, a transparent conversation. So if you are before making any commitment, if this is a new relationship, friendships, platonic, it could also be platonic, it's important to know where the other person is coming from, whether you can trust them, is what's going on. So we only want to be with people who we can talk to, who we can trust, right? So something to be mindful of. Okay, so yeah, on the other hand, it could be that if there is something you want to do, you are getting a good deal. It's a steal, Leo. you okay, so it could be discounts and some promotions, and you are taking advantage of it. So that's nice. It could be, it also feels like maybe now, maybe someone is, you are connecting with someone here with Two of Cups. It could be platonic, it could be friendships, it could be your siblings, your someone. Okay, So it feels like maybe they have something going on in their life, and they want your help with something. It could be that they are just discussing it with you, and you will help them. You are helping them see things from a different perspective. Okay, Hierophant is what I'm seeing here. So Leo, when it comes to communication, it feels like, just be honest. It depends upon like where you are, who you are with. It feels like maybe um, it feels like you can't you can't honestly express your thoughts, your feelings. It feels like, you have to put up a mask. It could be putting up a brave friend or something, and you like, sorry, something going on internally, and it feels like, in this situation you can't share it. So I'm not sure, like it could be work related, it could be personal life, it could be a particular relationship. Okay, it feels like you are hiding things, and you are not truly expressing, you are not being honest about how you are feeling. um, or it could be that, you are yeah, that honest conversation is not happening. If something feels like, a waste of your time and energy, you are getting out of that situation. You are not engaging. It could be that someone is reaching out to you, and you are not like spending time um, with them. You might say like a polite hi, hello, and then you are making an exit. So it could again be your energy, or it could be somebody else. Maybe they don't want to engage. Maybe they just want to be polite. So, something to do with communication. They are not sharing their true intentions here. So be aware of intentions. It could be like a tricky situation. Um, yeah. Okay, let me read this out to you. Wise counselor. So the message is unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. Okay, it could be that you are joining a group, or it could be that you are approaching someone, but yeah. So it's important to have like an honest conversation. So if you want to resolve matters, okay, if there is something you are coming across. And then Eight of Swords is also here. It feels like, maybe someone is asking you something, and you don't it's like, how do I say this, fight or flight mode. Fight or flight. It could be that you don't know what to say, you don't have the right answer. Something to do with communication. So the message is the illusion of entrapment, a lack of self-confidence that makes you feel helpless, being afraid to take action, take responsibility for your life now. A loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. Take caution and be aware of others' actions. A material loss, make sure you are being honest with yourself. Embarrassing secrets. Falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship, forgiveness and the ending of challenges, exchanging gifts, don't give up on people you love. That's amazing. So if you are thinking about avoiding something, running away from something, the message is do not give up. Maybe you are not giving up. Instead, maybe you are seeking, um, you know, uh, a third party perspective, counseling, therapy, something like that. Or it could also be happening because of a third person, because of someone. So yes, with Eight of Swords here, what I want to say is trust yourself. Trust yourself, be confident, be brave, and Also remember not to blindly follow someone's advices, their promises, their words. Instead, if there is something you are doing, it could be personal relationships, it could be new romantic love, it could be the new people you are coming across, something to do with your work, whatever the situation may be. You want to trust yourself, trust your own intuition. And if something doesn't feel right, maybe you want to trust that feeling. And it's important you ask the right questions. If this is important for you, ask the right questions and be curious, understand what the situation is. And sometimes it also has to do with our own perspective, sometimes it's the external situation. So we want to like give it some, just be aware of what you are coming across. And it feels like, yeah, if there is a confusion, if there is some, if the clarity is not there, then it's important you wait and wait for the clarity before moving forward with anything, before responding to a situation, before saying or doing anything about it. But what I'm seeing is with Two of Cups, it feels like there is an honest conversation happening, transparent, honest conversation. This is also reciprocity in relationship. For instance, if there is something you are doing, then the other person is also, reciprocating it. So they are also equally participating. So that's nice. Yeah, meeting someone new. It could be romantic love, new friendships, new connections, Leo. Amazing. All right, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. Sending you all new moon blessings. I will see you in my next reading. Bye-bye. Moving on to Virgos. Hi, Virgos. Let's see what's coming through for you. Virgos. Virgos, your cards are Four of Pentacles. Okay. So you are spending very carefully. You have a budget and you want to stick to your budget. King of Pentacles. Okay. That's your Four of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This is earth element. That which is what your sign is all about. Your sign is an earth sign. So, wow. Page of Pentacles. Okay. You are in your element, Virgo. You are saving up for something. And then you also have 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, I don't believe this. Virgos, this is totally your cards, your energy. All Pentacles, and you saw I shuffled, and Pentacles is earth element. Your sign is an earth sign, okay? So it looks like this is Taurus new moon energy. Taurus is an earth sign too, and Taurus has to do with our stability, our financial, our finance, money, abundance, things like that. And also relationships, stability in relationships. So that is what you are focusing on, stability, security. So you are asking yourself, okay, what does stability mean for me? Is it inner stability that you are giving more importance to, or outer stability? What you want, goals, dreams, things like that. On the other hand, it's also stability in relationships is also something that is something that's important for you. Something to do with money. Maybe you are carefully, you have a budget and you want to stick to your budget, you want to save up. Something like that is happening. Maybe you are saving up for something, maybe you have plans, maybe home, something close to home, relationships. Maybe you are thinking about buying a home, investing in a property, something like that, and you are being very careful where you are spending your money. It is also like Virgo, it also feels like you are learning about things now. It could be learning about your finance. Um, yeah, that is also, and how to create more abundance in your life is also something that you are focusing on. You, the King of Pentacles is totally your energy. Okay, so this is you creating some kind of balance. Yes, you are focusing on your responsibilities, what you have to do, what you need to do, but at the same time you're also focusing on other areas like your relationships, your health, things like that. So you are focusing on all areas of your life, which is amazing. And something to do with attachments here, something, yeah, focusing on something that's very close to your heart. Again, it could be your finance, or it could be being protective towards some the people you love, your family, and creating a secure future for your family. That is an area that you are focusing on right now. And also learning about new ways of doing things, learning about, maybe, yeah, how to make more money, how, you are looking at all your options, possibilities. Maybe you are approaching someone, um, discussing things, collaborating with someone, asking for their perspective, so you guys are working together. Yeah, something to do with the stability, security, home, family is what I am seeing here. So 10 of Pentacles, financial security for yourself and your family, inheritance or retirement, peace and contentment in life, honoring family traditions, pride in the family tree, passing on knowledge. Yes, this is you doing things to doing something with your family. It could be a celebration. It could be invitations, things like that. So family, friends coming together and celebrating. Um, and you're also thinking about your future, maybe thinking about your children's future. So yes, Four of Pentacles. Managing your resources wisely, extremes in how you give or receive money, time, or emotions. Smart business decisions, seeing things as black or white, being charitable. Being charitable, okay. And then King of Pentacles is compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded, a time of great success, financial security and prosperity, the Midas touch. Everything turning out beautifully. A supportive parent and spouse, a good person to work for. Scholarly, cheerful, dependable, mischievous, time to get to work. An excellent opportunity presents itself. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships, a new area of study. Okay, something new is on the horizon for you. It could be, you are taking it as an adventure. It could be that you are learning something. It could be that you are traveling and exploring new places, or it could be exploring new way of doing things, possibilities, things like that. King of Pentacles here could be another earth sign you are meeting. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay, and maybe you guys are discussing things and coming up with new plans. What I'm also seeing is you are, being very careful how you are, who needs your energy, maybe how you are spending your time, your energy, and also your money. Maybe you are, with this, it feels like some community work, volunteer work, charity, philanthropy is also what I'm seeing here. So you are, working together and helping each other, and yeah, things like that. So that's amazing. Let's see what, okay, so it's a great time to begin something new, a new adventure, a new opportunity. Okay, Virgos, your message is receptivity. Yes, this is, giving and receiving. So that totally goes with Four of Pentacles here. Okay, Four of Pentacles is holding on, worrying about things, and it could be your time. When I said holding on, it could be your emotions, like sometimes we hold back on love, right? And it could be, again, something to do with your financial situation. It could be time. It could be, your knowledge, things like that. So, and here the card is encouraging you, and both these cards here has to do with receptivity. This is creating that flow, giving and then receiving. So, when we give, when we give to someone, it could be anything. It could be love, our time, our energy, our sharing our knowledge, or it could be money, financial help, things like that. When we give to someone, um, we don't want to expect the same from that person. It may not come. It has to do with energy. It doesn't have to be do it doesn't have to do with what you are sharing, but this has to do with the energy. And so we may not receive it from that person. When we need help, maybe they won't be there, and that's okay. Maybe you will find that help and support, whatever it is that you need, from somewhere else. So, and it could be a totally new person, that you are meeting, but you will find whatever it is that you need at the right time, because again, you are coming from that place of giving. And instead of, we don't we, like we if we yeah, when we expect from the same group of people, we will only get disappointed if that doesn't come by, when we need them. But make but it's like you will get it from somewhere else. So energetic investment is what I am seeing here. Okay. Yeah, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. And it's also about asking for help, Virgo. If there is something you need help with, it's important you reach out and get the help you need. Okay, and then it's about sometimes, sometimes what happens is some of us are good at asking, but we don't give. And some of us are good at giving, but we don't ask. So both are necessary. So finding that balance is important. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you, Virgos. I hope this was helpful. Remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. Sending you all new moon blessings. Please take care, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye-bye. Moving on to, hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. This is my first live. If I'm making any mistakes, I'm so extremely sorry. Let me know in the comments. And without my glasses, I cannot see it. And even now, even with the glasses, I cannot see. I'm so extremely sorry. But if there is something you want to share, please do let me know. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, moving on to Libra. Libra, this is your new moon reading. Let's see what's coming through for you. Librans, your cards are Ace of Swords. That is news, communication, conversations. Six of Swords, okay. Queen of Wands, okay. That's you staying in your power. And then you also have King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles energy is an earth sign. So it has to do with Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. It could be that these signs are in your chart, or it could be someone you are dealing with. And Queen of Wands here is fire sign. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Again, could be you, your energy, could be someone else. So looks like This is for this new moon cycle, this moon cycle, okay, starting this new moon till the next full moon, which is happening on the 12th of May. So maybe 2 weeks. So looks like Libra, you are in your power. You are taking initiatives. You are taking action. You have dreams. You have your goals, and you are. It might feel a little bit heavy. It's like an uphill journey, a little bit exhausting, but you are on it. So yes, so that's nice, and you are making things happen here. You are feeling more inspired, and you are taking action. So you are coming across some new ideas. It could be that you are collaborating with someone here, and so that is nice. Fire and earth. Fire has to do with um, passion, energy, inspiration, and earth has to do with grounding that energy and taking practical steps. So if this has to do with people you are collaborating with, amazing, because they are bringing different things to the table, and it's also helping you balance your ground your energy and take some practical steps towards your goals, your dreams. And what I'm seeing is the support is also there. You are being more resourceful. That inspiration and energy is also there. So a great match. On the other hand, it could also be, if you are looking for love, then this could be someone you are meeting. Could be an earth sign or a fire sign. Um, all right. Yes, communication is what I'm seeing here with Ace of Swords. There is a conversation happening. Six of Swords. It feels like, things are a little bit, like I said, a little bit heavy. Don't let... So it could be the new moon energy, okay? With the new moon, things may seem a little bit unclear. We may not know where we are going, what we are doing. That's okay. It's about being aware of the energy and working with the energy, right? When things feel a little bit heavy, it's important to pause and take care of ourselves, and balance our energies. And sometimes we also have to think about what's going on in the headspace, what we are thinking, how we are thinking, our thoughts, our perceptions, how we are understanding things. And that can also make us feel a little bit heavy. So what needs to happen here? What needs to go? How can we shift our perspectives? How can we come from a different understanding altogether? How can we lighten things up? These are the things that we can ask ourselves when we come across something that feels like an uphill journey, you know, as if we are carrying the weight of the world. It could be the things that we have to do, things that we want to do, our goals, our dreams, something to do with communication, our interactions with others, our relationships, things like that. So finding that right balance is important, and that's what your sign is all about, Libra. Your sign is about balance, and if the scales are tipping a little bit, it's not balanced, then you might feel that it's you know that you are off path, or you might feel that sense of uneasiness. Okay, so when that happens, it's about releasing what we don't have control over, and then focusing on our own energy, how we can take care of ourselves. And when we take care of ourselves, our own energy, balance our energies, then either things will fall in its own place, or sometimes we will find a better idea on how to handle things. Okay, so just be aware of what's going on. But looks like with Queen of Wands and Ace of Swords, it feels like you got this, Libra. This is about you staying in your power, okay? Conversations and being assertive and asking for what you want, and coming from a totally different understanding is also what I'm seeing here. So let me read this out to you. King of Pentacles is someone who is compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded, a time of great success, financial security and prosperity, the Midas touch, everything turning out beautifully. A supportive parent and spouse, a good person to work for. All right, maybe you are, collaborating with someone here, And then Ace of Swords, brilliant ideas that may need refinement. Overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. Communicate clearly and concisely. Remain objective. Okay, that's about coming from that space of neutrality, balance. If there is something, this is about, if you are coming across some setbacks or obstacles, it could be any area of your life. It could be health, it could be your work, it could be relationships. This is about you seeing things from both sides, from both perspective, uh, rising above your challenges and getting a 360-degree view of what you are coming across, seeing the bigger picture. And that is helping you find that clarity, um, yeah. um, and here you also have Six of Swords. The end of challenging times, things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression or an illness, travel or relocation. Okay. Yeah, something to do with if you are not feeling well, Libra, this is about recovery. Look at the shift here. The energy is shifting. Queen of Wands is about taking initiative, taking care of yourself, also focusing on your physical body. Maybe you are changing up the way you dress up. I don't know. Or it could be that you are focusing on your priorities, your goals, your dreams, feeling energetic and inspired. But if you are not feeling well, then this is recovery. Okay, it could be that you are moving, you are making some decisions here. Ace of Swords. So moving, relocation, or it could be some change, initiating some changes here. Or it may have something to do with you coming up with a new way of doing things when it comes to your passion projects, maybe. Finding a new way of doing things, something to do with speaking. Yeah, so maybe, some of you guys are coming up with maybe coming across a new opportunity. It could be writing, speaking. It could be sharing your ideas on social media if you are on social media, expressing yourself, talking about your experiences. And yeah, that's nice. Maybe some of you guys are writing a book. Oh, what is this? Why is this here? Okay, let me see what's coming through on the oracle cards for you. Libra. Libra, remember not to get entangled in other people's, stay away from drama is what I want to say. Yeah, do not get entangled in other people's emotions. Do not get distracted. Instead, you want to stay focused on your own priorities and stay more organized, so you can finish what you have started. With Ace of Swords here, this is single-mindedly focusing on something, being clear about what you want, where you want to go, how you want to get there, things like that. And if something else comes in between, distractions, know how you want to block distractions. Okay, your message is infinite supply. Okay, so this is about giving and receiving. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. There you go. If you are worrying about things, about, if you are thinking about what's going to happen, uncertainties and things like that, if you are thinking about future, know that things are going to be just okay. So this is about just being aware of being aware of your own thoughts and those fear-based thoughts, and finding a way to soften them, and again, it's about not feeding those thoughts, and instead coming from a place of faith, and you want to trust yourself and have faith and stay on your path. Stay focused on your goals, your dreams, and let go of all those worrisome thoughts. Know that you are going to be okay. It's about believing in yourself, being confident, and knowing that you got this. And when it comes to challenges, setbacks, you know what to do. You can handle them beautifully. So coming from that self-belief is important. All right. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope this was helpful. Remember to watch the moon and rising sign as well. I'm sending you all new moon blessings. Please take care, okay? And I will see you in my next reading. Bye-bye. All right. Moving on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpios. This is your new moon reading. Let's see what's coming through for your sign. Scorpios. What do we need to know? Scorpios. So this reading is for this moon cycle, starting this new moon, which is today, till the next full moon, which is happening on the 12th of May. Okay. So next couple of weeks. New moons are all about new beginnings. In which area are you ready to begin again, Scorpio? Let's find out. Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is contentment. You are happy wherever you are. Amazing. And then you have High Priestess. That's the moon's energy coming through. High Priestess is ruled by the moon. Looks like you are in a transition phase now. And Knight of Pentacles. Yes, there are certain things you are beginning and you are planning, preparing yourself. It could be that you are being resourceful, you are doing your research, you are paying attention to the details. So you are being very detail oriented. So you are taking it slowly. And then this is the Devil card is also coming through, my dear. Ego. So that's the Devil card in traditional Rider-Waite. Okay, so this is, the Devil could be anything, our comfort. But, it could be, when I said comfort, whatever makes us feel, comfortable, relaxed, easy. So it could be being in a comfort zone, maybe. It could be anything that makes us feel comfortable. It could be food habits, or it could be relationships. It could be just procrastinating things because we don't want to do anything today. We are tired. So our mind, it's about, our mind. Sometimes it makes us believe that we need more rest, we need more food, we need more shopping, we need this and that. Every day we are bombarded with choices and it's easy to get carried away. It's social media, it could be news channels, marketing companies. Every day there are new things coming up, and so just be aware of what you are coming across when it comes to choices, decisions, how you are spending your time, your energy, food habits, relationships, how you are spending your time and energy. That's important, okay? Because it feels like this is, if we are not careful, then that can affect our life. So it may not be a serious situation for some of you guys. It could just be a temporary. If that is the case, just ignore what I said. But we all are going through different things in life, so it could be something that may not be healthy. So we want to ask ourselves, okay, how do we want to live our life, and what are the choices I am making, and if the kind of choices I am making, if it's actually helping me create a better future for me, my family, my loved ones, or if it's, if these choices are taking me away from my goals, what I really want to experience in life, right? So again, it doesn't have to be anything serious for you. Maybe you just want to take a day off. That's perfectly fine. But for some, it could be a serious situation. So just take as it resonates, okay? And this is also something that we are compulsively thinking about, obsessive thoughts. So for some, it could be like our, a passion project. Sometimes when we love something or someone, we are like constantly thinking about them. or that project, right? So we are like finding new way of doing things, and how can I make it work, and things like that. We are always thinking about it because we are passionate about it. But it may not be good for us, mentally health. We may not be like, we may not, something may slide through the cracks if we are not paying attention. If we are focusing on only certain things, something else may slide through the cracks. So just be aware, finding how you want to detach yourself. Is this really important? It could also be relationships, okay? So new moon energy, things may not certain things may not be as it seems, and the clarity may not be there, so we don't want to make any assumptions. So if there is something happening in relationships, no, maybe it's just a temporary situation, and a little bit detachment and giving it some space, some time is important. Okay, so we know like what the truth is, and that's what I'm seeing here. Nine of Cups and High Priestess. With High Priestess, this is you in that new moon's energy. Okay, like I said, the clarity may not be there, so it's important to just sit with whatever you are coming across. When we come across something difficult is also the times when we make some initiatives and create a positive change in our life, right? So we don't want to avoid or ignore what's happening. It's all about the situation, what we are coming across. It's about giving it some thoughts, and sitting with it, reflecting on it, contemplating on it, and trusting ourselves, trusting our own intuition, and taking care of ourselves is equally important. So maybe some of you guys are going through a phase now, going through a transition. It could be that you are in between jobs, in between relationships. Maybe you are relocating, things like that. So a transition phase. Or it could be that maybe there are certain things you want to do, but the clarity is not there. So the message is to, if you don't know how to proceed, then it's about setting some intentions, being clear about what you want, and then writing things down. Because when that happens, when we are clear about what we want and what we really want to experience, then when the energy settles down, we will find an inspiring thought. We will come across new people, new opportunities, some new inspiring ideas and things like that. So we will be automatically moved, we will be guided in that direction. So setting clear intentions is important. Being clear about what we want and what we want to experience is important. And when that happens, we don't want to figure things out today. We don't want to figure out the entire path. We don't want to worry about, oh, how am I going to make it happen? We don't have to. We are not the ones who are making it happen. That's ego. It's like believing that there are invisible forces that are helping us accomplish our dreams, our goals. So believing is important, and knowing that you are not alone in this. There are, it could be, sometimes that help comes through people, so it's also about asking for perspectives, and asking for, guidance, and being more resourceful, trying to, being willing to try out something new, things like that. So that is important, and that's what's happening here with Knight of Pentacles. This is you moving out of that phase. Now you are in planning stage. Now you are taking things slowly. This is, looks like, Scorpio, you are not in a rush to get anywhere. You are taking it easy, taking it slowly. You are paying attention to the details, and you are like, plans are important for you. That's what I'm getting with this, or it could be that someone who is helping you plan things out. So Knight of Pentacles here could be an earth sign. So it could be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy coming through. It could be that maybe this is someone who is very grounded, who is balanced, who wants to make sure that everything goes smoothly. So they are into planning. Okay, so maybe they are helping you plan things out. Yes, so for some it could be travel coming through. And things are going a little bit slowly and looks like you are okay with it. That's what I'm seeing here. And this is also you seeing, coming from a balanced approach. You know, it could be the people with you who are helping you see things from all different perspectives, or it could also be your energy, Scorpio. You are seeing things from both sides. You know, a balanced approach is what I'm seeing here for you. High priestess could also be someone you are coming across. It could be that you are approaching an astrologer, a tarot reader, a healer, a counselor, therapy, or it could also be, you know, you are learning something. Knight could be, you know, you learning a higher education, or it could be some past life therapy. Maybe that is something that you are interested in now. You might feel a little bit sensitive, so just know what's going on around the new moon time, because again, like I said, avoid making any assumptions, because things are not as they seem. Okay, because think about this, in dark, you know, in the night, um, we don't see things clearly. New moons are the times when the night is, when it's dark outside, when it's very dark. We don't see the moon. There are no stars. Then it's very dark. So that's the energy we are in now. Okay. So in the night, like, you know, it casts shadows and everything looks scary. You know, so maybe that's something that you are coming across. Maybe you are worrying about things, you are questioning things, and you don't know what's happening and where you are going. That's okay. Just there is nothing you need to do now. Just this is, know that this is just a temporary phase, and it's important you take care of yourself. Forget about everything else. Just take care of yourself. Focus on your own energies. You know, just say something nice to yourself. Do something nice for you. You know, it could be, you know, trying a new something that simple, you know, like trying a new recipe, going for a walk, like spending time in nature, listening to some soulful music, things like that. And the energy will shift automatically when we focus on our own energies, you know. And then, you know, things will, then we will realize, okay, when we are out of that phase, we will realize, oh, you know what, I was just wasting my time thinking about those things. It's nothing, you know, things like that. So the message here is the illusion of being trapped. Accept responsibility for your own situation and then make choices that support your path to happiness. Addictions or unhealthy habits. It could be overthinking, you know, uh, or for some of you, it could be food. Wishes coming true, your dreams becoming reality, a magical time of life, good fortune, faith in the universe that all will be well. There you go. So it's nice. This is you coming from a place of faith, and coming, you know, approaching a balanced approach, you know, seeing the bigger picture and not making any impulsive decisions. Instead, you are carefully considering your options, things like that. Meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. Yeah, this is about coming from that place of faith and trusting your own intuition. This is not a good time to make important decisions. Before you before you say it, respond, just know that it's important you give it some space, some time. Things will get resolved on its own. Okay. And then you have Knight of Pentacles. Loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive. Plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details. Wait for perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you. Remember, I told you in the beginning, Scorpio, you are not alone in this. Support is there. So it's important to ask whenever you need help, and receive it with a grateful heart. But important decisions, maybe wait. Okay. All right. So let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards for you. Inner goddess. I told you, this is about you taking care of yourself. So high priestess totally goes with this energy. Intuition. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Amazing energy. So this is you trusting yourself, taking care of yourself, and not worrying about other things. Things will get resolved on its own. Okay. All right, Scorpios, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Sending you all new moon blessings. Take care, and I will see you in my next reading. All right, moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, let's see what's coming through for you. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. I hope you all are doing well. Sagittarius, your cards are renewal. So that is the judgment card. Six of Swords. This card showed up for Libra as well. And then King of Pentacles. Okay. And then Nine of Wands. You are dodging the bullets, my dear. So Sagittarius, looks like you are coming across some harsh criticism. Left, right, center, everywhere. Okay. Looks like, someone. It could be a group of people. It could be someone challenging everything that you are coming across. Everything that you are coming up with, your ideas, your way of doing things. Nothing works for them maybe. And you are coming across some criticism. And you are, you are moving past it. You are letting it go. But at the same time, it's actually making you feel a little bit heavy. Like a, heavy. So, but you are, moving on, whatever this is. So on the other hand, what I am seeing is, this is not Eight of Wands, this is Nine of Wands. Something stressful, okay? So again, because you have judgment here, it could be that you coming across some harsh judgments. It could be social media, people you are working with, personal life, whatever the case may be. Or it could also be you judging yourself, you questioning yourself, okay? Six of Swords, something to do with your own thoughts about that situation. So what I want to remind you is, we don't have control over what's coming at us, right? It could be, our circumstances, people's judgments, whatever the case may be. We don't have control over things. What we have control over is our response to these circumstances, these situations. How are you choosing to respond? Do you want to hold it? Do you want to push it down? And so this is actually know how it's making you feel. Do you want to just let it go and not worry about it, or do you want to carry it with you? Because it looks like you are carrying it with you, my dear, and it might feel like, carrying the weight of the world, so that may not be, that won't help. So know, like, what you are carrying, how much you are carrying, do you need to let go of something, things like that. On the other hand, it could also be work related, okay? So you are bombarded with several things maybe, and it's making you feel a little bit, so this is stress. It could be that something that you something that you are handling yourself maybe. um, on the other hand, it could also be a project, something that you are working on. It could be that you are feeling exhausted, and maybe you are questioning yourself and you are doubting yourself, things like that. So just know whatever the case may be. Okay, renewal is happening. This is about you keeping an open mind. You know, this is you learning new way of doing things, learning new skills on how to respond to these stressful situations. This is you uh, going within. Okay, and coming up with a new plan on how to handle this stressful situation, and that is helping you create some kind of balance. See, the energy is shifting here. Or it could also be someone you are dealing with, someone who is helping you create that balance. King of Pentacles is earth energy, so it could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy coming through. So it could be that maybe they are saying something, and that is actually helping you realize certain things, a big revelation, an aha moment, and then that is actually helping you put things in its proper order and approach the situations in a totally different way. Okay, so it could be literally you are learning something, you know. Maybe you are taking up a course or signing up for a course or something like that. On the other hand, this is you coming across some new insights, new ideas, new information. It could be through your own intuition, or it could be through an external source. So, yeah. So, are you fighting it, or you are? So, it all depends upon the situation, what you are coming across. It could be that you are dodging the bullets here, and but it's actually also making you, it's actually stress. So, you know how you want to handle it. So, renewal. This is a breakthrough moment for some of you guys. You're seeing a situation in a different way, seeing the people in a different way. It could be seeing yourself in a different way, you know. New information, ideas, insights. And that is actually helping you let go. You know, you are releasing. There is a major release happening here. It could be relocation. It could be travel coming through for some of you guys. It could, if you are traveling, maybe certain things are a little bit stressful. It could be something to do with your own health, or it could be something that's not in your control, like, you know, uh, flight schedules, or things like that. So something that's not in your control. You or for some Sagittarius, this is also a great time. This is also a time when you are clearing up, you know, cleaning up. So it could be your home, your workspace, your closet, your vehicle, things like that. Or it could be emotional attachments. So maybe there are certain things coming up, a situation that you are coming across now, and that is helping you go inward and really understand, okay, you know what, I'm still holding on to that thing that I need to let go of now. So maybe that's what some of you guys are doing, and creating some kind of balance in your life. Yeah, travel is coming through very strongly for you guys. Okay, let me read this out to you. 9 of Wands. Protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. Maybe some of you guys are working for a cause. And if there is a situation that you are coming across, the card is reminding you, don't give up. Okay, it's asking you, don't lose hope. You know, come from that place of optimism and faith. Trust yourself. You got this. So it's all about keeping an open mind, asking for help whenever you need it, and also learning new way of doing things, um, staying open to new perspectives, things like that. And that's what you are doing here. Renewal. This is like a breakthrough moment, an aha moment, you know, a new information that is helping you make some decisions here. So the message is reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. You know better, Sagittarius. Okay. So this is you releasing, like I said, releasing. It could be something in your external, like, you know, places, people, places, things, goals, dreams, something that doesn't resonate with you anymore. This is you rediscovering yourself. You know, it could be you, maybe a turning point for some of you guys. It could be you moving in a totally different direction. It could be work related, something heart-centered, something you are very passionate about. It could be something to do with environment, you know, the projects that you want to associate yourself with, or it could be emotional, you know, something that you are holding on to. So this is forgiveness and you releasing all those emotions and moving on. That's what I'm seeing here. The end of challenging times, things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression or an illness, travel or relocation. Yes, if you are not feeling well, then this is also recovery. You know, you are coming out of a phase. So it could be that you are traveling and then you are back home and everything feels nice. You know, you are in your a comfortable space, or it could be people. King of Pentacles again, you know, could be someone you are dealing with, or it could be, you know, something major, you know, like maybe relocation or something to do with forgiveness, past memories, things like that. Okay, let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Sagittarius, your message is medicine woman. Okay, so the message is you are a channel for divine healing power. Yes. Renewal, transformation, healing. So it could be you know, again, healing happening in relationships, self-healing, you healing yourself. It could be, you know, recovery if you are not feeling well. Or it could be you approaching someone. It could be like you know, a medical practitioner, healing, a therapist, something like that. So, or trying alternative medicines maybe. Or this is again, you know, forgiveness and healing coming through. Yeah, something to do with medicines and alternative therapy maybe. So just be aware of stress related health issues. Could be what this is about. So know what you are holding on to, what you are letting in, who you are letting in, how things are making you feel. Maybe it's time to release and start fresh. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And I will take care of yourself, sending you all new moon blessings. I will see you in my next reading. Bye-bye. Moving on to Capricorns. Capricorns, hi, this is your new moon reading. Let's see what's coming through for you. Capricorns. This new moon is happening in your sister sign Taurus, an earth sign. Okay, so Capricorns, your cards are the world. Okay, it's time to completion and celebration is what I'm saying. So it could be that a milestone reached, accomplishing something, finishing up things, tying the loose ends, or it could also be you connecting with the world, your community. So new people, new opportunities. Ten of Cups, absolutely. Your community, your world, Capri. So this is amazing. So it could be family, friendships, home, whoever makes you feel like home, wherever you are, it's home. It has to do with our Four of Wands. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Chariot. So a turning point in your life, Capricorns. So this has to do with home, family, celebrations, and I just hope this continues for you. Whatever it is you are coming across, this is amazing energy. Okay, so looks like it could be that you are traveling, you are meeting friends and families, or it could be someone is visiting you. And yeah, on the other hand, this is like if you have been working on something, so this is finishing things. Okay, and now it's time for you to celebrate and with others. It could be your community, it could be your family, it could be work related. So you are entering into a new phase in your life. World has to do with completion, and this is also has to do with a new revelation and awareness, you suddenly realizing certain things maybe, and this is you making peace. 10 of Cups has to do with inner harmony, peace. It could be that you connecting with yourself, taking care of yourself, and uh, focusing on your creative side, your spirituality, and that is helping you focus on create that sense of inner stability, inner peace. It doesn't have to do with outer. For some of you guys, it could just be celebration, a turning point in your life, maybe something to do with home, family, a wedding, engagements, announcements. If it's not you, Capricorns, it could be that you are attending somebody else's wedding. That's amazing. Chariot, a new journey, a new path. Isn't that wonderful? So let me read. And you also have 6 of Cups here. Amazing. And 3 of Cups. Okay, no more cards. So celebration. So whatever it is that this is support, this is your community, this is the people you love, and if there is something you need help with, they are around you helping you with things. Support is there. So amazing. Okay, there is nothing much to talk about because this is happiness, joy, peace, celebration. Okay, let me just read this out to you. Chariot. Rewards that come from hard work, successfully balancing many priorities at once, determination and willpower, public recognition. There you go. Amazing. That's what this is. World also has to do with recognition, you reaching a milestone, success, victory, and rewards. Or for some of you, it again has to do with your something very personal. It could be moving in together, a wedding, things like that. So that's nice. Or it could be partnerships, collaboration, you being with people who just gets you, who understands you, and you don't have to over explain things. That's nice. World, a brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment, freedom to do whatever you want, be proud of yourself. Did you see that? Wow. Capricorn's magical energy. I saw like a light. I know it has something to do with reflections, but still, that was really nice. And then 10 of Cups is a happy marriage, happily ever after. Emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, people you can trust. I saw that again. Nice. So yes, wishes coming true, Capricorns. So this is, manifestations, amazing energy, no more words. Let me just read this out to you. 4 of Wands. So much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and the angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your personal life. And you absolutely deserve it. Amazing. Be proud of yourself. So yeah, oh, you know what, I have one more card for you. One more message before we wrap up. So rainbows, unicorns and rainbows, my dear. Isn't that beautiful? Unconditional love. See, love is here as well. Different decks. But that's what I'm seeing. Unconditional love. 10 of Cups. And this is home and family, relationships. Amazing. The message is love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. There you go. So this has to do with there is love underneath, regardless of the situation, and you are surrounded with that love. So, and you are sharing it, you know, through your, it could be through your expressions, through your creativity, through your, you know, communication, your art. So that's amazing. Whew, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope this was helpful. Remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well, okay? Sending you all new moon blessings. Take care, and I will see you in my next reading. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me. You know, this is my first live. I had no idea if I don't know like if it's a recording or not. I will find out later. But thanks for being here and supporting me. All right, moving on. So moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, let's see what's coming through for you. Aquarius, your cards are 5 of Cups. Some disappointments of Aquarius. 3 of Wands. Balance. So this is Temperance card. Patience, balance. And then World is also here. Okay. With World, what I want to, and then Knight of Cups. It could be an apology. If you are feeling apologetic about something. So World has to do with a new awareness, you know, a new consciousness, you realizing certain things, a revelation, okay? And 5 of Cups here has to do with maybe a disappointment, maybe, you know, something, yeah, see, this person here is focusing on, there is love, you know, but they are focusing on what's gone, what went wrong, you know. So what I want to say is this situation, in this situation there is love underneath. Sometimes we are focusing on the surface appearances of things, but underneath there is love, right? So this new moon, I was actually reflecting on it today, and something that came to me when I was meditating on it, when I was meditating on the new moon energy was, you know, so this new moon is, it's actually forming a tense square with Mars and Pluto. Mars is a warrior planet and Pluto has to do with underground, you know, our deep-seated emotions, our old fears and things like that. And new moons always bring, during new moon the night is dark, there is no moon, there are no stars, night is completely dark. So that means that's the energy we are in. Certain things may not be clear, you know, and we may feel that sense of uncertainty, worry, things like that. So, and that is also the time when we come across this, when we are aware of what's going on internally, we can you know, get hold of it and take care of ourselves, you know, and focus on balancing our energies. Because with that energy, if we are trying to control and fix or change anything in the outside, it will only lead to more frustrations. When that happens, when we become more aware of what's going on internally, that's the time when we want to pull back and do something to balance our energies. It could be, you know, listening to some music, eating something nice, maybe a chocolate or ice cream or something like that, or going out for a walk, something simple and something that's easy to do at that moment. So that will help us shift our energies. And when our energies is shifted, when we are in that space of balance, then we will know how to respond to that situation. So giving it some space and time is important. Immediately reacting is not going to help. On the other hand, when I said there is love underneath, sometimes we are only focusing on the surface appearances. We all do that, no judgments, but this is, reflecting on it, and looking at our own past experience, looking at our experiences to gain a different understanding. So what I want to say is something that came to me when I was meditating on this new moon energy was, our circumstances, we don't have any control over. We don't know what's going to happen next moment, right? But we have a choice on how we want to respond to that situation. That is number one. Number two is there is love underneath, meaning our circumstances are not the problems. It's the problem is our resistance to go inward and find the root cause of this problem. Because we want things easy, right? We want people to change, we want things to go in a smooth way, but when they don't, we get frustrated, we get disappointed and things like that. But we don't under if we really want to create a lasting change, we have to go inward and find out what the root cause of this problem is. And it's always love. The thing, it's because the people we meet, our circumstances, they are teaching us to embody unconditional love. Meaning, what happens when we love someone, we think we love that person, but what's actually happening is we love ourselves. Because fear says, don't do that, don't be like that, don't do that, you will hurt yourself, and then I will have to then do something to then I will have to do something. And whatever it is that you are doing, it doesn't make me feel comfortable. So don't do that. That is what fear comes up with. But love says, go ahead, do whatever it is that you want to do, fly. If you fall down, I will be here to catch you. So that is pure love, unconditional love. We just let people be and let them do whatever they want to do, because we know that if something happens to them, we will be there to catch them, to be there to support them, right? So that is something that all situations, all our circumstances, everybody we meet teaches us unconditional love. And with this new moon energy, that is something that we might come across some challenging situations. And if we are prepared, and if we remember to balance our energies, then it will be possible for us to move mountains. Regardless of what the situation, we will be able to handle them beautifully. And that's what I am seeing here for you, balance. So this has to do with taking it easy, taking it slowly. Don't get carried away. And instead, this is about grounding, balancing, and taking care of yourself, and let go of anything you don't have control over. Temperance has to do with patience, and it has to do with balance. So this is about, when we come across those emotional upheavals, this is about remembering what we are grateful for, what are the blessings here. Then when we, instead of focusing on these cards goes together, okay? Whenever we focus on what's gone, what we are missing, what's lacking, the disappointments and the frustration, instead of focusing on those things, if we focus on the love, if we focus on what we are blessed with, what we are surrounded with. It could be anything. It could be people we love, it could be our health, it could be the comfort, it could be a job situation, whatever the case. It could be, you know, a beautiful day, good music, inspiring thoughts, information, whatever it is that we are seeking, the support we have, things like that. Whatever the case may be, instead of focusing on what's not going well, and if we focus on what we are grateful for, things will fall in its place. You know, instead of, you know, we don't have to struggle with anything, we don't have to control anything. Things will fall in place if we know how to be in that state of inner stability. And that's what this new moon energy is about, Aquarius. New moon is happening in Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. It has to do with balance, groundedness, stability, and security. So maybe things are a little bit chaotic, maybe there are some changes happening, and we might have to adjust, we might have to you know, remain a little bit flexible. And this is about you know, being aware of where you are and how you want to move forward. And if the situation is a little bit chaotic, then this is about adjusting, adapting, and remaining a little bit flexible. Okay, and it's about staying focused on peace and unconditional love. Three of Wands has to do with manifestations, and this is about knowing that whatever it is that you want to experience, it's coming, it's available, it's right there in front of you. But are you noticing it? Because see, this person, these two cups are here, but this person is focusing on what's gone. So focus on love is what I want to say, is what the cards are reminding you. Okay, let me read this out to you. For some of you, travel is coming through. It could be that you are in a new environment. Temperance. It could be that you are with new people, new environment, you are adjusting and you are trying new things, you are experimenting with things, learning something new. And this is also about you staying open to new way of doing things, new perspectives. Okay, that is helping you come up with something new. So creativity is what I'm seeing, creative ideas, and finding a middle ground. If there is, with this, it feels like maybe some disagreements. If that is the case, this is about finding a middle ground where both of you can come, you know, and work together, things like that. World. A brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment. Freedom to do whatever you want. Be proud of yourself. Amazing. Yes, this is you tying up some loose ends, tying up the loose ends, wrapping things up. Maybe this is you moving into a new phase. I told you something new is on the horizon. For some, it could be a relationship, a new career, a new home, or a new way of approaching your situations, coming from a balanced approach, is what I'm seeing. 5 of Cups. Focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self or others. Everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessings. Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. You know, this is about forgiveness and focusing on the blessings. 3 of Wands. Planning for the long term, abundance from past choices, pride in the success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what's next. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. So this is opposites, you know, opposing ideas, or it could also be people, but you guys are coming together and creating something new. You know, finding that balance is what this is about. In the meantime, while this is also happening, something amazing is also happening on the other side. Okay, so which side are you focusing? Are you focusing here where things are not going well, or you are focusing here where something amazing is happening? So being present and, you know, appreciating what we are already blessed with is important. Okay. that will complete your world. All right, Aquarius, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Sending you all new moon blessings. Please take good care of yourself, and I will see you in my next reading. Moving on to the last sign of our zodiac. Pisces. Let's see what's coming through for you. This reading is for this moon cycle, starting this new moon till the next full moon, which is happening on the 12th of May, okay? New moons are all about new beginnings, but the couple of days before the new moon and after the new moons, things may not be clear. So it's important to find that clarity before beginning anything new. New moon is happening today, by the way, 27th of April. Okay, Pisces, your cards are Nine of Wands. Something stressful you are coming across. Four of Swords. Yeah, Four of Swords. But you know how to handle it. You are staying away from the drama, staying away from the noise, and focusing on your balance is what that's about. The Emperor. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay, lovely energy. With Ace of Swords, there is, it's a new beginning. It could be that you are, the Emperor could either be your energy, Pisces, or it could be someone else, okay? Emperor is Aries energy. Emperor is ruled by Aries. So it could be someone you are dealing with, or it could be that Aries is in your chart. With this, it feels like you are starting a new chapter. For some of you guys, this is you building your empire, maybe a new opportunity. Ace of Swords. This has to do with you being very clear in your mind about what you want, how you want to move forward. So this is you taking some initiatives, taking action, and doing what needs to be done. For some of you, Ace of Swords here also has to do with speaking, being on social media, maybe. It could be leadership is what this energy is. Emperor has to do with leadership, or it may have something to do with an authority figure, maybe someone you are dealing with. It could be organizations, companies, parent. Someone is a little bit rebellious. It could be that you are communicating your wants, your needs, you are clear about what you want, and you are being assertive, and you are expressing it, expressing yourself, and you are saying no when you mean no, and you are saying yes when you mean yes. So that's nice. So this is also you coming across some new information, something like that. And Nine of Wands here, this is where you are dodging some bullets. If you are coming across some judgments, criticism, this is you finding a way to send them back to them. Okay, so you are not participating, you are not engaging in this drama. Instead, you are focusing on you. You are creating that space, a peaceful space. It could be, you focusing on your priorities, what's important for you, or it could be, you're not engaging, not participating with whatever this is. It's like you are accepting the situation as they are, and also, being aware of the choices and decisions you are making. It's like you are letting go of things you don't have control over, and you are accepting things as they are. Instead, you are focusing your energy on things you do have control over. So finding that balance is what I'm seeing with Four of Swords. And this is also you coming from a place of faith and optimism, and you are receiving some new insights, blessings. Yeah, so if a situation is stressful, then this is you knowing how to stay more centered and create some kind of balance, meaning you know when to stop, you know when to when to um, when to stop and focus on you. So you are making that time for you to rest, sleep, meditate, focus on your spirituality, your creativity, things like that. So you are not fight. So this is where you are fighting, Pisces, and this is where you are um, just walking away from that, walking away from it. So this is you knowing what, choosing your battles wisely maybe, and you knowing what's worth fighting for is what I'm seeing here. Okay, with both these energies, opposite energies, this is stress, and this is peace. So maybe that's the balance that I was talking about. You are creating some kind of balance here. Whenever things are becoming a little bit stressful, you are like going inward. You are focusing on your energies, and doing things that are helping you stay more centered, calm, and peaceful. So you can fight back maybe. I don't know. So this is you knowing, being very clear in your mind about what you want, and you are not letting people take you in different directions. You are blocking out the distractions. You are staying in your power, and you are letting them know what is it that's acceptable for you and what is not. It could be anything. Maybe you are coming across like some, it could be organizations that you are dealing with, the company you are working for, social media, or it could be relationships. This is you challenging the status quo maybe, and this is someone who knows themselves, and they know what they want. So that's a very powerful place to come from. So that's the energy you are embodying maybe, or it could be someone you are dealing with. Let me read this out to you, Pisces. Brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. Communicate clearly and concisely, remain objective. Yeah, that's what you are doing here, communication. And you are being assertive and dodging the bullets here. Protect what you have created, be prepared, never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism and animal rights. Maybe you are working for a cause here, something that you are, okay, on the other hand, something you are feeling a little bit protective towards, it could be people in your life, it could be a cause you are working for, it could be a creative project that's very close to your heart, and you might feel like because of your that you are closely attached, because of your own attachments, you might feel a little bit stressful about things, but you know how to create that balance, you know what to do. So the message is insights that come from meditation, they need to rest or take a vacation. Allow yourself more time before making a decision. Mental exhaustion, get more sleep. And logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept a leadership role, structure and discipline. Yeah, this is you focusing on the basics. You have two number fours here. This is 4 of swords and this is number 4 card. This is a major arcana card, Emperor. So 2 fours. Fours has to do with foundation. Maybe you are focusing on that foundation now. It could be, relationships. It could be your career. When the foundation is strong, then whatever we built on it, it will stand the test of times, right? So maybe that's what you are focusing on, building a strong foundation. So when it comes to our relationships, this has to do with open communication, and not holding back and being honest about your feelings um, expressing your ideas, yourself, being authentic in your relationships, and also encouraging the other person to talk about things like that. So that's how we can strengthen our connections, our relationships, right? And that will also that way it will also stand the test of times if we can if we can communicate openly, you know. On the other hand, this is also your work. Maybe you are being more disciplined, you know what you want, and then you are taking initiative, you know. And maybe you, um, you are being very organized, and you are you know what the priorities are, you know. So structure, maybe a routine, and being very disciplined, that is actually helping you finish things. That's what Emperor is. On the other hand, with both these cards, Pisces, what I'm seeing is stress, you know. And maybe there are too many things on your plate, um, and it's important to know how you are handling things, how you can avoid stress, how you want to address the situation. It could be, you know, through asking, you know, getting the help you need is important maybe, and self-care is also important. Focusing on you is also important, and creating that balance is important. It could also be that now you are focusing on all areas of your life. Maybe everything is important for you now, it feels like. It could be your relationships, it could be your family, your home, your creative projects that you are working on, your health. So you are focusing on everything, and now it's kind of also a little bit stressful because we only have 24 hours in a day, right? So yeah, so know how you want to handle things, um, because you don't want it to affect your own health, right? All right, so Pisces, okay, let me see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Don't back down. Oh my goodness. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here with Nine of Wands. So here also the message is never give up. So if you are on the verge of giving up, the message is do not give up. So maybe it's important you take some time to think about things before making important decisions. So that's what you are doing here. You know, you are sitting with it, reflecting on it, meditating on it, things like that. So you are giving it some space and time before making important decisions here. So stand up for what you believe is right. Yes, communication. Open communication, open, honest communication. So here, did I read it out to you? Yes, I did. All right, so this may have something to do with relationships or also a project you are working on, okay? Yeah, it's important you take initiatives and do something about it. Again, it has to do with coming up with changing up your routine and finding time for what you want to do. Things like that, okay? So Pisces, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Sending you all new moon blessings. Please take care, and I will see you in my next reading. Remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, so that is whoever is here with me now. I just want you to know this is my first live on YouTube. I have no idea how it works, and so thank you so much for being so patient. If I made some mistakes, my apologies. and I don't even know how to end this now. So what do I have to do? Thank you for being here, everybody. Send new moon blessings. I hope you all have a great, blessed new moon. What is this? So I'm just going to, okay. Okay, so I'm just going to